on and say it's not gonna be a long video, but I had to share the amazing news. Guess what? I got a place. I know y'all like, okay, no. I wanted to come and share this news because while it is very personal, I believe that it helps somebody else through the process and what I had to endure. Like, I haven't shared anything on social media at all, and only very close friends know about the struggle that I've been going through to get the place. So when I moved here, I had no idea the housing market. I had no idea that owners of homes that are leasing their condos or townhomes or houses are requiring you to have a over 650 credit score. Some 675, some like 700. I'm like, how? Like, where I live in Cincinnati, like 550, it's like the minimum. No, 650 is like the minimum. I think I did see one. I went to an appointment and it was 600. And I know people are like, well, you should have your credit score, your credit in line. Well, while that is true, some that have been through divorce, if you have never went through divorce, you may or may not understand. I mean, because even if you're not married, you go through things, a job loss, somebody in your family passes and you have to take off work, or somebody gets sick, you have to take off work, and then you get bills and things like that, which can affect your credit, right? Well, with me, mine was divorce. And I'm not coming on here trying to bash anybody, but something went on my credit, a repo to be exact, went on my credit that was not my fault. In my car, my name was on the car, and it went on my credit, devastated my credit. I mean, it dropped it like 80 points within a week. And so that happened last year. And then there's some other things that happen as with being a single mother. I incurred a little more debt, but my accounts are in good standing. I don't have anything in collections. That is like the major thing on my credit. So my credit score is like, when I say low, it's like low. Okay? And it's a little bit below the 550. That's how low it is, y'all. And it is embarrassing. I even tried, I remember I needed a new car because my car was broke, and I was so embarrassed with how low my credit score was. Especially that TransUnion. How many hate TransUnion? Me. I hate TransUnion because that's always the lowest score. I remember when I got denied getting a car, and that's a blessing too. I gotta talk about that too. I got denied getting this car because my credit was, that TransUnion was so low. When I say low, it was below 500 at this time, y'all. So when I say the struggle is real, it is real for me. And I'm a type of person that I pay my bills. Last year, my credit was around almost 640. I was ready to buy a house. I had paid off my collections and everything. I was ready to buy a house. And right when I was ready for that, that's when that repo hit my account and tanked my credit all the way down to like 500. I was devastated. Y'all hear me? So going back to this experience, I applied to an apartment. They told me flat out I wasn't going to get it because my credit. Still applied to it, got denied. Applied to another one, and they never got back to me. That was like, I spent over $165 in applications, and they were denying me. The second one, she never denied me. She told me that the owner of the house decided to rent to somebody in the family. Didn't tell me. So they're in the process of trying to give me my money back for the application. Still, I didn't get it, and I loved it. Then the third place I applied is the place is actually I think it's the place that I actually am getting. But the story with them is they did not call me back right away. It was like 3 weeks. And I just knew that this place was gone. And I was just like, why are people getting, I'm like, I didn't even get a denial letter. So technically I only got one denial letter. I didn't get a denial letter from second place, but this place, I never got a denial letter. So then after the 3 weeks, they text me, and this is when I was really devastated because I had went to halfway across the town, drove 25 minutes to look at this house, and they didn't tell me until after I got there that your credit had to be over 600. It wasn't in the description on realtor.com. It was not on Zillow. It was on nothing. Even the emails that I got to even schedule, it was not on there. And I'm like, I was nice to the guy. I was like, so pretty much you wouldn't even consider me because I'm under 600. And I was like, yeah, it has to be. I'm like, this was a waste of my freaking time. And I left out and I had an attitude. And I'm like, I wish I'd have known. I said, you guys could have have that somewhere so that people aren't driving minutes away, miles away to get here. So that was like an hour of my day that was wasted. So after that, I had to really go and pray, y'all, because my feelings was super hurt, okay? I had to go pray like, God, what am I doing wrong? I believe in giving. Some people, to those that, are not in church or whatever, I believe in tithing. I do. I believe in giving 10%. And it's not always to your church. You could seed into different ministries that you watch and support, or wherever God tells you to seed into, and I am a firm believer in giving. I even try to give outside the tithe, and even giving of your time, I don't know. I just believe in giving, period. I believe in the law of giving. It comes back to you, okay? And so I'm like, I'm that type of person. I don't have a bad background and things like Psalm 34:4 says, delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. And so my desire was to get my own place. I am a very independent person. I'm not completely introverted. I'm borderline. I can be. I like my space. If you ask anybody, they know this about me. It has been wonderful here with my bestie and her family. I love her family, and they have been so sweet. By the way, I wanted to post a video last week, but I had COVID. And my bestie, Jewel, her and her family took care of me and my son. We both had COVID. And I was shut in for about 5 days, quarantine. Anyways, going back. So, once I focused on God, and I just stopped looking, y'all, because I was always on realtor.com, Zillow, because I'm telling you, these condos, townhouses pop up all the freaking time. I'm talking about every day, 2 and 3 every day, and I was just like, I gotta hop on it. And it's like they go so fast. So if you don't inquire about it, you don't go look at it, or if you don't put in an application in time, it goes. And they had really nice stuff. But anyways, I just stopped. And I tell y'all, the moment that I stopped, that's when it seemed like they called me. They called me the next day. I kid y'all not. I said, God, I'm just gonna wait for you, because me doing all this worrying and trying to find it, because my ultimate goal was to find a place before my son started school, okay? Because I didn't want to have to pull him out of his school if I found a place outside of the area or the district line. But we're in the same district, but he is going to have to unfortunately go to another school. Thank God, it's only been 3 weeks that he's been in school. So he just had to get everybody's number, and literally the school is 10 minutes away from the other school. So, but anyways, they called me and it was just like, hey, are you still interested? I was like, who is this? They was like, this is 1421. I ain't gonna say my street name, you don't need to know. But anyways, they was like, this is, hey, this is Ashley. Are you still interested in our property? And I was like, Ashley. Oh, yeah. I was like, huh? I was so confused because it had been 3 weeks. I knew, like, I'm telling you, like, the same day some of these go up on the market, they're in, like, contract, like, pending. So I was like, yeah, so now I will tell y'all, this was not my favorite place. It was not my favorite out of all the ones I saw. But this is the only place that was willing to give me a shot, even though they saw my credit. And she told me they understood. She was like, she was a single mom. She went through the same exact thing, trying to establish her credit from a divorce. And she understood. And that's why she's like, she said, there's this lady willing to pay 6 months rent up front. And she was calling every day. And we wanted you. I was like, that, when I say that is like the favor of God. That is the favor of God. Because logically, she should have took that money. But she did say like they only wanted to stay for 6 months, I believe. So it wasn't like they wanted to stay for the whole year, and they knew that this person really didn't need it. But I needed it, and I needed this opportunity, and it was God that moved the heart. There is a scripture that talks about moving the king's heart. King's heart scripture. It says Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is the hand of the Lord, like the rivers of water. He turns it whatever he wishes it. I thought I think that was just such it was such a blessing. Like, because literally they're turning people that have control. They don't have control of my destiny, but they have the power to do something good. You know, they have something that would affect my life powerfully and positively. And so I just thought that was like the best thing ever. Like, okay, yeah, it wasn't my favorite. There's a few things about the apartment I'm probably gonna like post and like do some changes like to make it like better for Kevlin to love it. But it's like a condo, so it has a yard, it has cathedral ceilings. It's really, really nice. But I just thought that this was like so special, and I had to share it. And to those that have given up, because I wanted to give up, I did, but I just refused. I just kept going back to the Lord, like, you know, and reminding him of his promises. And like, Lord, I thought, you know, if I delight myself in you, you would give me the desires of my heart. Like, and I do. Like, I love God. You know what I'm saying? I pour myself out to him. Like, I believe in living right. You know, I believe in living right. And there's a scripture that talks about the things stored up for the righteous. Let's see. Treasure stored up for the righteous, I believe. I need to study. Treasures stored up for the righteous. So what it is, it says sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. So Proverbs 13:22, the sinner's wealth is laid up for the righteous. And I like believe that, like, it was not for that lady, it was for me. Not to call myself righteous, not that I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm little old Kevlin, and God decided to do this for me. So I just want to come on. I am going to be working on some new content. Like this is like my YouTube is going to be more. It's going to be like a lifestyle. So it's going to include like a little bit of Jesus. It's going to include like I'm into fitness. I'm into beauty. So I'm trying to do some more makeup stuff. And some lifestyle things. Things that interest me that I think might interest you. And also talk about, you know, my journeys and stuff like that. But anyways, have a good day. Thanks for listening and see you next time.